how to create your first follow-up lead magnet from your offer in your sales funnel. So as you can see, I'm logged in, or I'm on a client's site, and we're on their sales funnel or their opt-in or their offer, right? So they're on their site, and when people go through that offer, we're going to take you through and teach you how to deliver that offer, that lead magnet, through using active campaigns in email client, and showing you the actual lead magnet that we use and how we designed it in Canva, and then how to implement that, save it, and set it up where people get the email and are able to download that content. So obviously people can opt in once they put their email address in this site here. You can see that they just put their email address in here and they hit submit. So once that happens, right, we've created this lead magnet right here, right? So here's the lead magnet. So what you have to do here, once it's created in Canva, you could create a link and have them access in Canva, but it's kind of messy. I wouldn't do that. So what you're going to do is hit the download button. So we're going to download as a PDF, hit download. Sometimes you might have to go in and make sure your links are set up. So see how it's its own category here. So it's its own category here, so those links are working. So now we downloaded that PDF, right? So here it is here. So now we want to upload that PDF into a Google Drive folder to make it easy, so you can just quickly, and it's simple as just clicking drag and drop and downloading that in the Google Drive folder. So it's that simple. So we got to wait for it to upload, and now we can use that right here. So that was downloaded. Let's just double check the name. Admin, perfect. So now we come in here and click this document, and then we want the link to this document. You can also open it and get the link this way. Hit share. We want to do a quick little thing and make sure we copy the link, but we have to make it so anyone with this link can view this document. Okay, cool. Now we've copied that link. It's done. It's in Google Drive. Now we can go into active campaigns and create an automation. So every time somebody puts their email address in here, this is an active campaign form. It's going to go into a list here. The list was created as well as the form was created. So first let's talk about the form that was created. The form that was created, give that a second to come up. So the form, it goes in pages. It can be annoying now with the pages. So it goes in the form here. You can see the 3-day reset form is set up in here. And then once the 3-day reset form it's set here into, let's see, edit this form. We can walk through that process. So obviously it's a simple form. We've made the adjustments here. We have options. So now it redirects after somebody's information. It redirects in here and provides an offer for them to purchase. It also subscribes to our 3-day reset list, and it's set up so that's perfect in there. So that's all set up there correctly. So we got that. We integrated that. So we're all good in there. Obviously you can take that code, and that's what we did. We added it to the site, and so people can put their information in. Then what that does, it goes into this list that we created. So that list is created called the 3-day reset in here. And what we can do in here, if we want, we can have it send us an email, right? So we can put our information and have it send us an email by putting our information in here, and what is it says if they unsubscribe, if they subscribe, so we get notified when somebody subscribes to that, and we can do that in there. Or you can do it in the form, or you can also do it in an automation. We're going to create an automation, and we've already actually created this automation, so we can walk through this fairly quickly. So let me click that button again. So in the automation, we're going to create it so anybody who subscribes to that list, they're going to get emailed what we want. So we're in here, we're in the 3-day reset, so that's the automation we created. Otherwise, you just click the button up here to create an automation. It's fairly simple. Always start from scratch. So notice the first thing that's going to happen if you hit start from scratch in an automation, it's going to ask you to add a trigger, right? And we put contact subscribes to list. So anybody who's subscribed to the list, we just click this button, subscribe to the list. We selected the list. Obviously you can put a tag, submits a form. We could have done it that way. So there's a lot of ways to skin a cat. It doesn't really matter as long as it does what you need it to do. It works. You can do tags, you can do other things. Obviously you have e-commerce, add to cart if they make a purchase, all that great stuff. So that's fine. So we're all there. So hit subscribe to list. We hit 3-day reset. We're going to exit out of this and then you just hit add to start. We already have that set up, so I'm not going to redo it. So now what happens is this automation fires when somebody new goes to the contact, somebody new enters their information in the form, they're automatically added to that list and they're automatically added to this automation. And we have it set up where they're automatically sent this email. So let's come in here. I'm not going to design the email for you. It's already set up for us. Obviously, you have to write your email. You can write your copy. If you're not great with copy, obviously it's a service we provide, and you can talk to us, set an appointment. So here's where we have the download links right here. These are the Google download links. So we have it in here. So if we want to make an edit to it, it's still working. We got to just take a second and pause to get this thing going, and we can make the edits in here. But like I said, once you're in here, okay, now that it's loaded, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure the man one here is what we just added. We got the link for, so we highlight that, hit the link button, and we want to change this. Make sure MH is the old one. When we paste that in, so you do just Command V or Control V if you're on a PC, and we did that, and obviously that's the new link. We hit OK. We're going to just go back and double check that is the correct link. So let's open this again, come in here, share. It's always good to double check because sometimes things don't save correctly. They don't get in there. So right here is, it ends in RZI. Okay, so let's come back into this, highlight this again. Let's get all of it and come back in here. Should be ending in RZI. Perfect. We got that. So now it's set to do that. So when you copy that link, and obviously what I did was, you could just paste this link in here, but it's not as pretty. So I added text to download. Apparently I can't talk and type, so that should be text, not test. But you get the point, because we're not going to save this in here. Then it's moving really slow right now. You highlight all this, just hit the link button, and now just paste that in there and hit OK. And that's how you create that link with the proper text. Let's just remove that, and that's it. You can also add that full link if you want down here, like PS men's download blah blah blah, and just add that link in case they don't have the HTML thing. And so in case this doesn't work when they get the email, they can always have the link itself, and that will always guarantee that work. So let me explain that a little bit better. So sometimes people receive emails and they get this without the hyperlink attached to it because the way they've set their settings in their email. So you can just set it and just provide the link directly to them. Another great tool to use is Bitly. If you go into Bitly, right, you can take, let's just log into Bitly real quick. So to make that link a little prettier, you can go into Bitly. Let's see, log in. Let me log into my Bitly account. And this shortens the URL, and you can name it whatever you want. So it makes it really good. So obviously you just create a new link. paste the URL in here, right? So that's set up. Now if I want, I can just rename that and go min reset, right? And then I hit save. And now I just can use this link and add that in my email. And obviously all your stuff gets tracked in Bitly, you can look at it, all that stuff, and you just copy it here. So I already did that. So let's change it to min reset, hit save. So now I can just take this link, right, and it's here, and I can track that process, right? I copy that link and come back in here, and then I can just paste it in there like that, or do the same for the woman one. Obviously now you know how to do it. This is a tool for you guys, a tool to teach you guys to use it, but this is how you can add the link as well as the anchor text with what you want with the link in it. But this always guarantees that they have the link to click and they'll always get access to that content. But we made those changes. Now we've set that up. Obviously we're going to go through that process. We're going to hit next again. If you haven't done this yet, you are going to make sure in active campaigns, and it's having trouble loading. Here we go, taking some time. Obviously you want to set this up where this is on, this is on, this is on, so it can track all that process, and then you just hit finish. And I would always go through, enter your own information here, get the email sent to you, and make sure it's correct, that it works, that it's saved correctly. Because sometimes, like I said, when you add links in, sometimes software doesn't always work the way you want it. So just make sure when you do that, you go through the process, you check to see if it works, and everything is working, so you know if every person that's coming to your website or your sales page or your offer, your irresistible offer, your lead magnet, whatever, that they're getting the correct information and it's being done right. So always double check your work, because it never ceases to amaze me that sometimes something gets broken, technology doesn't work the way it should. So just double check your work, make sure all your customers or people are getting what you want them to do, and that sales funnel or process is working to be able to deliver on those automations that you want in active campaigns. And obviously there's multiple email platforms out there that this works. I really personally love active campaigns when I recommend it to clients more so than anybody. I personally use Infusionsoft. I like it, I love it, but I wouldn't recommend it to most of my clients because they're not as tech savvy. It's not as user-friendly, where Active Campaigns is extremely user-friendly, creates it simple and easy that you can put in the information and track it and see it and set it up and understand the logic and the workflows when you create automations. Because as you create automations, you can create more emails, have it wait for days, and all different types of conditions and workflows that you can learn when you understand Active Campaigns more effectively. So again, like I said, it's start to finish here. When you have an offer, you create the form, add the form, then and you do that in Active Campaigns, the forms in Active Campaigns, and create the list that the form sends that information to the form activates that list, the automation pulls from that list, that contact sits in that automation, just like here. When a contact subscribes to this list, they get the three-day reset program. So it's that simple. Obviously, if you're looking for a 3-day reset program, go to my client's website, pattywilsonscoaching.com, enter your information, and you can get her 3-day reset, which is awesome to get yourself jump-started on your health and fitness and wellness kick. Hopefully this video was helpful and you've learned how to now take and create a form, add it to your website. I didn't go through that in too much detail, but then create the automations, the follow-up sequences to deliver that content in the lead magnet. Obviously I have other videos on how to use Canva and so forth, but it's just a tool out there. You can get a graphic designer to create it as well for you. Just have it saved in Google Drive. You can, like I said, use the bit.ly to create a short, better looking link that's trackable, and then you can look at your numbers even more effectively, which I always highly recommend. So like I said, if this is helpful, we always appreciate the like and subscribe, and all your guys' followers and content helps just keep producing more videos, and I hopefully can teach somebody how to improve their process and help beginners learn how to implement sales funnels for themselves, even on their own websites, without using tools like ClickFunnels or all those other things, but you understand those workflows to deliver that content better for you. Thank you, take care, and I wish you all the success.